Hello, everyone. We have an important topic to talk about today. So, this topic is something I usually discuss with my patients in therapy. Um, as you probably know or don't know, I still work part time as a therapist. So, this is something that pretty much every therapist discusses with their patients if they're having issues like this, and they usually do. Pretty much everyone does. I wouldn't even call it issues. It's just something that's very, very. I don't want to use the word normal, but let's say it's very common within humans, and we all tend to do this. Like pretty much everyone tends to do this at least sometimes. And the reason why I'm going to discuss this with you guys is because this lowers the vibration a lot, and it's a common reason why you're having trouble with rising your vibration. And as we know, if we are in the low vibration, we are delaying our spell work until we get into the higher vibration. So you will see very often that the spells will work after a really long time, year, 2 years, because that is when you're gonna let go fully. You're gonna give up, you're gonna let go, and you're probably gonna fix your vibration because you're no longer gonna be obsessing over this certain person. So to get our wish, to get our spell to manifest faster, obviously we need to fix our vibration faster. So before we completely move on. Okay. So what is the issue I'm talking about? So as humans, what we tend to do is now there are a couple of things actually I want to address today. So one of them is making up worst case scenarios in our heads, which we do, right? I do it as well. Not anymore as much, but I used to do it quite a lot. I told you guys when I was young and when I was a child, I had anxiety, social anxiety, all sorts of things, and I was also always making these scenarios in my head that never ever happened, but I was always anxious because I was always in fear. I was always making them in my head. I was always living them in my head. So this is the issue that a lot of us are having. So when you are making these scenarios in your head, you're basically putting yourself in the vibration as if they're happening. So you're lowering your vibration and you're entering the fear vibration, the vibration of fear, anxiety, and that vibration is like very, very low. We talked about the levels of vibration before. So, for example, I'm going to give you an example just related to the X situations, a couple of them, because that's mostly what you guys are doing. So, for example, my ex never loved me, my ex doesn't love me, or things like that, or imagining they're already in another relationship, they'll love this person way more than you. They're in a happy relationship. uh, and then also when you're dating, for example, if someone doesn't text you back straight away, you're already imagining they're texting someone else, they are seeing someone else, all the worst things, right? So what you're doing is you're just torturing yourself. You're just torturing your brain. Basically, you're torturing yourself. That's what you're doing, and you're lowering your vibration. So this is of no use for you. No good can come out of this. Only bad. So that's just one thing we're doing. Second thing that I've noticed a lot of you guys do all the time, and I'm not just you guys, like people in general, again, it's nothing uncommon, me as well, everyone. So what we tend to do is we tend to really focus on something someone said, and then we tend to like analyze it and overthink it, and basically what you're doing is you are entertaining the thought, and the more you entertain some negative thought, the more you get into these crazy scenarios that have nothing to do with reality. So this is so bad when you have a negative thought, and this is normal. You're gonna have negative thoughts for the rest of your life, even if you're in the highest vibration. That's just how things are, right? And some bad things are gonna happen to you, even if you are on the highest vibration. That just destiny, and it's just how it is. But you just need to let the thought go. So don't forcefully let it go. Just kind of see it, acknowledge it, but don't engage with it. So, if you get a thought, oh, my ex doesn't miss me, okay, that's fine. But don't now go into this thought. And what I mean is, oh, he doesn't miss me, he never ever loved me, he's probably with someone else, he never cared, he did this and this and this. And then you just go into this spiral of thinking about every single thing he said or did, and you just put yourself in a really bad mood, in a victim mentality. And that is basically, again, the issue we come to, the victim mentality. So all of these things that I just described are putting you in the victim mentality. And as we know, this is the worst mentality to be in, and you don't want to be a victim, right? So basically, you have to stop imagining the worst case scenarios. Just think of it like this. Why am I torturing myself this way? This may never happen. The reason why we do it is because we're trying to prepare ourselves. So if the worst thing happens, we're gonna stay okay because we are preparing. We knew it. We're gonna be like, oh yeah, I knew this was gonna happen, and things like that. It's not really gonna help because we're still gonna get shocked, and if it happens, which usually it will not, we're still gonna be shocked, and we're still gonna be like a mess. So you're not really preparing yourself because nothing can prepare you for something really bad. All right, so don't do it. So why do it? There is a slim chance of it happening. Whatever, it probably won't. If it will, you're gonna deal with it when it comes. There's no reason to be dealing with it while it hasn't even happened and will not even happen, right? So that's one. And the other thing, when we are always being a victim, always like we always think everything is so personal. Okay, so what you need to know is that what people say is not always a fact or the truth. People say all kinds of things, and especially when they're angry, especially when they're breaking up with someone. Okay, for example, you, when you're angry, I'm sure that you say some things that you don't mean or that you're sorry about later, right? For sure, like, come on. It's just it's just a fact, right? So don't be obsessed about what someone said or did. People change their mind all the time. You know that's true. And people say things they don't think. And people lie. And people hide their feelings. People do all sorts of stuff. So don't be like, he said he doesn't love me. He said he doesn't love me anymore. Do we know that's true? No. Come on. So you need to stop being, basically, this is your ego doing this, okay? You have to stop being in the victim mentality in your ego and thinking that everything is about you, and that and you must stop taking everything so personally. You must also understand that people, say all sort of things they don't mean, and that nothing is set in stone. Somebody said something, and now that's for the rest of time. That's not how it works, and you know it, so please stop that. So stop obsessing. If you're trying to get an ex back with a spell, doing these sorts of things is not helping the spell, right? It's blocking it. You have to quit doing that. It's super bad. And not just for the spell, but for you, for your mental health. So not just your vibration, but like everything. It's just not good to be in victim mentality. It can't bring anything good to you. So why do this to yourself?